Hey everybody, my name is Christopher Sean. I play Ken Sato, Ultraman, in Netflix's Ultraman Rising. And these are my top 5 favorite moments from Ultraman Rising. Hey, real quick guys, real quick. Ho. Before you watch these clips, watch Ultraman Rising on Netflix. Why? Because this is full of spoilers. In-depth, beautiful, wonderful spoilers of this movie.
Maybe, if I'm strong enough, I can keep Daddy safe.
Such a beautiful clip. That whole moment is so beautiful. Here, you know, Ultraman, he hears and chokes me up still every single time. There's no question that he's going to do this. He's going to sacrifice himself to protect everyone that he loves. And to me, that is the epitome of what being a true hero is all about. It doesn't matter what happens to you. It matters about protecting everyone that you love. And those who you don't know, but you're still protecting them and showing them love. That's a real hero. Prior to this is when he changes into Ultraman and he's finally earned his motif, which is the original Ultraman sound. It's beautiful, but we do this no matter what. We always have thoughts playing in our heads. And as he's running, he's like, I've got to save them. He goes, I'm gonna cry. He goes back to the moment when he's talking to his father and he finally reconnects with him. So he's like relating to his father. And then he remembers being a kid and the relationship that he had with his dad. Hiro just knocks it out of the park. He's an amazing voice actor, by the way. And Getty, Watanabe, everyone, the entire voice cast. Ultraman, he's got the barrier up. He's standing on top of, he's pinned down on top of Dr. Onda. And he's peering into the mech unit and he's looking, thinking, what are you doing, right? And he sees the sadness in Dr. Onda's eyes. And Dr. Onda, he doesn't want to do this. He's so broken that he lost his family. He blames Ultraman for it. All of that leads to the explosion happening. And you hear baby Emmy scream because she's losing her father. Visual masterpiece. Shannon Tyndall, John Ashima, you guys nailed it. Amazing cinematic masterpiece. Come on, guys. If you don't love that, come on. It's got everything. It's got family, it's got action, it's got full depth of story. It's visually stunning. Prior to the film, he was like, you know what? Let the KDF handle it. So he's not willing to even sacrifice his arm to help anyone, a city of people. And here he sacrifices his throwing arm to save his father's life. And Papa goes, Kenji, looks over. And that's in that moment, without having to say it, he knows. Do the species beam. Okay, getting choked up. He gets prepped to do it, and we see him finally accomplish the species beam. And he's doing the nod to Shin Hayata's finger arch, right? My finger's broken, but I do the arch, right? That's how in-depth the knowledge of Shannon Tyndall and John Ashima and the team that created this. Huh?
It's been Furuya. So Shin Hayata, which is the character. Arch has been Furuya, the actor.
But they're aware. They did the finger. He's doing the specium beam, and as you pull back, you see the dad has reached across. He's being supported by his son, and he's reaching across, and they collectively are shooting the specium beam. In comes Emmy, Ken's baby girl, and then in comes Gigantron. It's the family, right? It's the found family aspect. And they all collectively take down the antagonist, the main baddie. They take him down. Boom, he drops. The music is going. Scott Stafford kills it. He's amazing. Tim Wurst, that guitar riff, it pulls at my heartstrings every time. Golly, it plays at my heart chord. And I love it. I love it all.
Tim
Wurst?
Tim Wurst.
Tim Wurst.
Tim Henson.
I said Tim Wurst, but his name is The Worst on Instagram.
Emmy, I can't believe how far you hit that.
You did a very good thing, Kenji. We did a good thing, Dad.
All right.
Don't cry. You can. I have makeup on. I can't cry. There's so much to this scene that I love. They're enjoying each other's company, and they haven't done that in a comfortable and balanced state since he was a child. We start the clip off with Mina, who's played by the amazing Tamlin Tomita. And she says to baby Emmy, she says, I can't believe how far you hit that, which is an Easter egg, because earlier in the movie, that's what his mom, Kenji's mom, says. She says that to him and when he's a kid, and now she's saying that to baby Emmy, right? So there's that. Right in the beginning, it just hits you in the feels if you know, if you remember. If you haven't, go watch the movie again, you'll see. There's also the moment where Ken's father apologizes. It takes a real man to own up to the mistakes that you've been holding on to or the problems that you've been holding on to and share that vulnerability. I'm so sorry. To see Ken's father do that is a beautiful, beautiful moment. And Ken, he sees that, and without a beat, he goes, oh man, yeah, like, don't even worry about that. Like, that's cool, and being a hero is wonderful. Like, right, like, the fact that he's willing to not make his father feel bad anymore. He wants him to feel good. I love that. Again, that heartfelt moment when he says, did you ever feel like you weren't strong enough to protect everyone? Don't we all feel that? Don't we all worry that we're not gonna be good enough? I think it's important to acknowledge that, but to be aware that if that's the driving factor in your life to make you a superhero, then use that. Ken used it in a way where he was worried he wasn't gonna be good enough, so he became the best at baseball, and now with proper guidance, he became one of the best Ultramen and superheroes. So, and fathers. He's like, hey man, we did a good job. We did a good thing, Dad. I couldn't have done this without you. Prior to that, he was saying, you know, you're not Ultra Dad. He's earned that love. He's earned that relationship. And he's earned his place back in Ken's life, which is what he's always wanted. There's a lot here in my life that I relate to because my dad has always been one of my biggest heroes. And growing up, my dad was in the Navy. So he'd be deployed for months at a time and I wouldn't see him. So it was very important to me to, you know, protect my family. For me, this is like so close to home, and it's like what I always want, you know. So my dad's my best friend now, he still is, and I talk to him almost every single day. And I feel like these are cherishable moments that I share with Ken in this story. There's so much that I take from this moment of the movie, and I can relate with it. It's just, it just reminds me of my dad, so I love it. This movie gets me in the feels all the time.
Now go get our girl. Be
Don't do it! Ah! What's not to love about this scene? You know? Ken's broken down, he's lost what he believes is everything. Earlier in the film, he cries because he's got too much responsibility. He just became a dad. He's trying to clean her poopies, and he's got baseball, and he's got to save the world. He's got everything on his shoulders, and he's falling apart, and he's breaking down and crying. And here is the complete contrast, the opposite thereof, where he's now lost everything. Emmy's gone, right? His father's gone, no life signs, and now he loses Mina, which is voiced by his mother. And he's watching his mother, hold it together! He's watching his mother go through his life. Golly, that's the worst. I can't do it. It's a beautiful moment. It's a beautiful thing to see. Give me a second. What is this world we live in? We're here doing an interview. Why am I crying? God. As she's going through his life, her voice is less and less robotic, to where it finally becomes his mother's voice. In the very beginning of the movie, you know, the dad says, do you want to be Ultraman or do you want to be a baseball player? And she's like, don't make that choice. It's too heavy for a choice for him. But she always knew he was going to be, he was meant to be Ultraman.
You are an amazing baseball player, Kenji. But you were meant to be Ultraman.
Ah, jeez. Every character has a full character arc. Every character, it comes full circle. And here in Mina, it goes from her being a mother to becoming the mother and then saying goodbye. Stop. I can't stop. Can't stop. It's stupid. It's so stupid. I hate this movie. It's so good. But you know, also, it's also like, because it's so relatable in my life with my mom, so it's like.
I'm sorry, but I didn't hear. What is Kenji? Kenji, you hear me? It's Mom. I'm still alive.
Woo! Now I'm still emotional from the last clip, but hear me out. Ken's sleeping. He's getting an alarm. Like, oh God, what is that? And it's his mom, who he's been looking for years.
Help me get back home.
Whew, how amazing to think that your mom, the first person she's going to call is you for help. Like, you're like, yes, anything I can do to be there to support my mom. For me, if my mom ever needed anything, I'd be there for her in a heartbeat. And the excitement, I would be so excited to hear from her, but also like my mind is racing. And as a fan of the movie myself, and I hope all of you that are watching are fans, and if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. But when you watch this, that post-credit scenes, this is another wonderful reason why you leave full of hope, excitement, and holy cow, she's alive. All right, guys, that's my top 5. Absolutely the best movie of the year. Please watch it on Netflix. Ultraman Rising. These clips, they're incredible for so many reasons. You know why now. You know why I love them. Please like and subscribe. Subaraya right up there, or wherever the button is. And yeah, again, just watch the movie. I promise you, it's so good. And rewatch it. It's better the second, third, the 20th time. We'll see you then. I can't even go through a clip of the movie without crying, let alone watch the whole movie and not cry. I love it. Yeah, let's do that again. I'm ready now.
Once more for safety.
Yeah.
I got my cold open.